Books, books. I like books. I'm gonna read them all. Hi readers, Chris here. Welcome to my channel where I review fantasy, Stephen King, all sorts of books. If that sounds fun to you, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video. Today I'm doing a quick check-in on two things. One, I want to show you some of the indie books that I've gotten recently, because I've gotten a lot more than I normally do recently. And then two, if you stay till the end of the video, I have a special surprise I'm going to announce because I got over 250 subscribers, which I did a while back, and I've been waiting for a good time to kind of celebrate that, and I thought today is the day. So first, let's start with the book haul portion, and the first book I wanted to show you is the Lakeside Cemetery by Jessica Haas. Now, this book I didn't technically buy. I actually won it as part of a giveaway that David did over on David's Book Reviews. If you're not subscribed to David, go check out his channel. I'll have his channel and all of the authors that I talk about mentioned below. But David's always doing giveaways, so definitely go and check him out, and he's got great videos. I've actually been hearing a lot about this book recently, this year. I know Reading with Tatiana, I know she read this book and reviewed it. There's a couple other people I know that have read it and reviewed it, and it's gotten pretty good reviews. It sounds kind of weird and quirky. It's like supernatural, horror, fantasy, that type of stuff. It sounds right up my alley, so I think out of all the books that I've gotten, I think this is the one that I'm probably going to read next. Next up, I have a book of poetry called Immortalized in Ink by N.P. Hunt. N.P. is one of my friends over on Bookstagram. He and I follow each other. And when he saw that I reviewed Nymeria's book of poems, I Bleed Starseeds, he was like, oh, hey, I have a book of poems too. Would you be interested in that? And if you know me, full disclosure, I'm not super big into poetry, but I am super into supporting fellow friends and indie authors. So I said, yes, if you want to send it to me, I will check it out and give it a read. So I definitely plan on doing that sometime soon. So NP, if you're watching, thank you for sending this to me, and I can't wait to read it. Next up, from a non-poetry reader, I have another book of poetry called Voices of the City by Gareth Howells. And hope I'm pronouncing that right, Gareth. If you're not familiar with Gareth, he is here on BookTube. He has a channel called Book Songs and Other Things. And I had heard that he had put out a book of poetry, so I went out on my own and I decided to purchase it. Again, 100% just trying to support a fellow booktuber and an independent author. So again, I will get around to reading this one at some point in the next few months, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Next up, I have an indie science fiction book called Rogue by Alex Schuler. This is someone that actually reached out to me via email, and I have people that reach out to me via email a lot, like all the time, and most of the time I turn them down because A, I already have so many books that I'm reading, and B, I have friends whose books I'm trying to read as well. But this one sounded really interesting to me, so I actually accepted this one. So this was sent to me by the author. I don't know him personally. I'm not friends with him on Bookstagram. This was just kind of a random person that reached out to me, and I said, you know what? This one actually sounds really, really good. It's an independent science fiction book. They did send it to me, and I definitely want to give this one a read sometime soon. And finally, that brings me to my last and most recent acquisition, Half Human Heroes. This book I have a digital copy of, and as of the filming of this video, I have not gotten a physical copy yet, but it is on its way. I'm super excited about this book because it's the first anthology of fantasy stories that I've ever read, which I think is super cool. And it's all done by my fellow booktuber friends. So the book was actually put together by Jeremy over at Jeremy Fee. He's got a story in here. Mason in the Dark has a story in here, which I'm super excited about. I'm sure there's a ton others that I just don't know personally, but I'm super excited about this one, and again, happy to help out and support some of my fellow booktubers here. So that is all for my indie book haul. I do have another book that I've gotten recently that I wanted to share. This book just came out, and that is Fractal Noise by Christopher Paolini. Some of you may remember his previous book, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, was a science fiction book. It was one of my favorite books that I read that year. So of course, when I found out he was coming out with a new one, I was super excited. I was so excited that I actually bought 2 copies of this book. Now, obviously, I do not need 2 copies of this book. Therefore, I'd like to give away one to you. So if anyone is interested in a copy of Fractal Noise, the most recent book by Christopher Paolini, all you have to do is like this video, leave me a comment below, let me know you want to be entered in the giveaway, and next Saturday, which the date I don't know off the top of my head, but editing me will put it down below, I will draw one winner and send a copy of this book to you. That is all for me today, so even if you're not entering the giveaway, give the video a like, leave a comment down below, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all having a lovely weekend, and I will be back soon with more bookish stuff. Alright everyone, happy reading!